Hey there everybody, and today I want to talk to you about starting over from square one. Hey there everybody, my name's Dave, aka Mindset by Dave, and I have been a mindset and mental health coach for the past 4 years, helping people with mindset, mental health and personal development, and basically anything that holds them back up here. As well as making videos here on YouTube, I also stream live at twitch.tv/mindset by Dave every Saturday evening at 7 PM till 10 PM and every Tuesday daytime at 10 AM until 4 PM. All of those are UK times. And on top of all that, we also have a Discord server, which should be there right now, where you can come along and you can talk about all these things pretty much whenever you want with a community of like-minded individuals. Anywho, on with the game. So I hear it all the time about people when they say I'm starting from scratch or I'm starting from square one. I like to work with metaphors quite a lot. When a person is actually saying that, it gives you a map of how they're seeing the world at the time. Metaphors are actually exceptional for that. So if someone is saying to me, oh, it feels like I'm starting from square one, then I actually like to work within that and reply to them in a certain way. You've probably heard the expression or seen a meme that says you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience, which is exactly right, and it's the exact same principle. But if someone says to you square one and then you say you're not starting from scratch, you're not actually repeating back to them what they are actually relating to. So this is why I came up with the following analogy for that one. You may be starting from square one, but now you get to roll the dice twice. What this means is that whenever we start anything new, even if it's in a different area from where we've worked in the past, we actually take experience and skills that are actually cross-platform across to that new thing. And not just skills, we often take with us contacts and people that we've made along the way. Relationships in one industry might actually yield something in a completely different industry for all we know. And whenever we feel like we're starting from square one, we have this tendency to actually feel like it's this big uphill struggle. And we feel like our momentum, as you've heard me talk about a ton of times before, is getting dragged down by that idea. The story itself becomes disempowering, and we suddenly feel like we're at a loss. In fact, we might even turn away from a decision to start again from square one and actually keep on playing a game that we're not enjoying anymore, because of fear of what that first step's going to be like. So this is why I like to say that if you are starting from square one on something new, you're rolling the dice twice. If we look at Gary Vee, he often talks about the fact that he'd like to lose it all and then start all over again. He wouldn't be starting all over again with the knowledge he had when he was a 15-year-old kid, which admittedly, he had some pretty good knowledge even back then. He'd be starting again with what he knows now, with contacts that he knows now, with connections that he knows now, with concepts that he's known for years now, and actually has enough of an advantage on someone. Even if he was to start at it with absolutely zero seed money, he'd have an advantage over someone that's never worked in the business world before. He could be starting a business in a completely different area, but because of those skills that are transferable throughout the industry, he's got a leg up and he's got an advantage. Now, you might be listening to this and saying, right, well, that's all right for Gary Vee, isn't it? But to be fair, it's something that little old me has used in the transfer of the jobs that I've done over time. My very first full-time job was as a computer programmer, and I still use little bits and pieces of that when I'm trying to understand certain things that are going on online or in my Twitch stream. Then after that, the job that I trained for, which was my passion, was a music producer. I would be a sound engineer and help people record. Those things came in handy on the podcast, and that's why, with the exception of a few early videos, which I'm really upset about, I've got pretty decent audio quality. When I actually edit my videos as well, I edit them from the sound file. I don't edit them from the video. I do a rough edit based on the sound file because I've looked at so many sound files over the years of being a music producer that I can tell where the speech comes in and I can tell where I can cut to pretty much accurately. As a result of that, it's so much easier to see the exact timeline of the sound, where rather than seeing one frame by frame of what the visual is. So I actually get my editing done really damn quick. Then my job after that was as a personal trainer. Now you might think, well, okay, what has being a sound engineer helped with that? Well, as a sound engineer, you have to be one-to-one with your client pretty much all day. There are communication skills that are there, and also there's the thing that when, as a sound engineer, you don't shut off ever. If you're working with the drummer when they first come in, then the drummer goes for a rest, the bass player comes in and you've got to be fresh. Then the bass player does his bit and they go for a rest, and then the lead guitarist comes in, and so on and so forth. The same is true as a personal trainer. Each client throughout the day is a new fresh person coming into you, but you've got to treat it like it's your first one, and it's like your best one every single time. And then obviously from personal training into being a mindset coach, the coaching elements of it, the communication elements of it, the ideas of how to put my point across to each individual person, and the things that I've learned from working with individuals helps me to work with individuals now, but it also helps me to create the type of content that I know is going to reach you at the other end of this video. So this isn't something that is exclusively reserved for people that have reached the absolute tippity top scale. It is the idea that we always carry with us experience and skills from other areas, and really it's just down to figuring out where can this be used in the thing that I'm doing. And not only will that give you a leg up on where you think you would have been if you were starting from square one all over again, but it'll give you a leg up on other people that are in there that haven't done anything yet, that truly are starting from square one, because they haven't got those skills. You actually might find that something that you did in your old job, my friend Mounty, for example, was in sales in his old job, and as a result he brings that into the things that he does within social media. He has a completely different look on things than I do, and I actually find it really helpful to talk to him. So remember, even if it feels like you're starting from square one, you get to roll the dice twice, which means you have an opportunity to go further and faster than a person who truly is coming into it for the first time. And when we look at it like that, that's going to build that momentum up, going to make the work that you need to do that little bit easier, going to keep you more motivated, and it's going to get you to where you want to go. As always, I hope that you found this content useful and it's helped you to look at things in a different way. If you do find this content useful or anything else on this page, please hit that subscribe button, because remember that it is priced less to you, but it is priceless to me. Again, if you want to join us for a conversation live on twitch.tv, it's 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. every Saturday, and it's 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. every Tuesday, and there's always the Discord server for everything in between. And I would love to go a little bit deeper about personal development with you.
The main thing I feel like I've got down now is my triggers.
Yeah.
There are three main things that I know that if on a daily basis these start to happen, then I know it's something's there and it's creeping in, and I need to do something about it. Might be different for everybody. Everyone's going to have their own kind of signs or triggers, but my main three are: if I don't want to get out of bed in the morning,